Hey everyone, what's going on here? This is Griever back with your Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom Let's Play, except this time we are going to be doing the Kaiba campaign. Now, I know that I said it would only be about a week or so, but that didn't really happen. If you can still tell from my voice, it's a little raspy. I ended up getting quite a bad cold. It's also the end of the fiscal year up here in Canada for the government. So there was a lot of paperwork involved and stuff like that, so I just didn't find time to get to this. I've been keeping up with my behind the bar reviews, but this kind of took about an extra week or two to finally get out there to you guys. So but anyways, we are going to be continuing the save file from the last Let's Play with Slifer the Sky Dragon and the Yugi campaign. We'll be continuing that one on through to the Kaiba one. So let's just see if we can get started here. And we will go with Kaiba this time. Well, bam. Alright, so Obelisk the Tormentor, and we will be starting with Hand of Fire. Those who claim to control the gods are in fact controlled by the gods. Alexander Irvine, philosopher. This isn't the SIC research facility. What a cheap-looking building. And it took forever to get here. I know. If this didn't have something to do with duel monsters, I would have turned them down right away. SIC does the same kind of work as Kaiba Corporation, but it's an American company, right? Right. Their involvement in duel monsters is not something they advertise. But the company is world-renowned, overseas for its incredible realistic imaging and virtual reality technology. It's not really a game company, it's more like a scientific center for imaging technology research. But their technology may be able to help improve the dual disc, right? That's the impression I got. The invitation says they want to show me a new product and discuss a joint venture. It sounds like they're ready to test their prototype. Let's just see what they have to show us. We can figure out what we want to do after that. So I'm going to apologize once again for my voice really quick, guys, because one thing, I'm not very good at doing the impressions of the voice actors, whether it's the abridged or the actual English dub anyways. And, you know, on a good day, but right now where I still have quite a bad cold, it's going to be much worse. So just pay more attention to the gameplay than the dialogue in this one, alright? Thank you for coming, Mr. Kaiba. My hair tells me the staff would like to welcome you. Isano? I didn't expect to run into you here, so this is where you've been working since you left Kaiba Corp. My hair says it enjoyed working for you, Mr. Kaiba. Whatever relationship we had ended when you left Kaiba Corp, I don't care what you do with your life. Alright, let's get this over with. What is it you want to show me? It's right inside. My hair says you'll follow me. There we go, that was a long pause. You know, there's one thing about this game. I never played Forbidden Memories, or for that matter, Duelist of the Rose, but a lot of the characters from those games are incorporated in this, like Hashin and Marthas and all these people. Pegasus named Crawford, I believe the J Crawford isn't from the manga, it's actually from the game. They added the J or something, or they added the Crawford, I'm not 100% sure, but a lot of those characters were utilized in this game. So, you know, that's a fun little fact, but I never played those, so I didn't know that when I started playing Falsebound. We've asked the president of Kaiba Corporation here today so we can evaluate SIC's latest invention. All of us here at SIC are very excited about today's test, but none more excited than my hair. We're looking forward to collaborating with Kaiba Corporation on game technology development. Let's cut to the chase here, shall we? You need investors' capital to sell your technology. You want to use duel monsters to help you sell it because you need a product tie-in, right? And you figure you could use me since I've invested so much money in duel monsters already. Well, your silence speaks volumes, As it turns out, I need some new tech anyway, so I might as well take a look. Is this it?
Yes, this is SIC's latest simulator, codenamed Kingdom.
Just what are you trying to pull? It just looks like our dual disk.
This is just a prototype. We're only using the dual disk for packaging reasons. It's all original SIC hardware on the inside.
How is it different from the dual disk?
For starters, Kingdom is not set up to use cards. It uses my hair. The disk is just a terminal to the Dual Monsters world, which is created by the SIC supercomputer. By allowing players to enter the world, the game can support multiple players at the same time. The world has already been constructed. We'd just like you to play the game as you normally would.
It sounds like something a network game or something.
I see. It certainly sounds different from the Dual Monsters we know today. Kingdom is a fantasy world. The card monsters there are alive. The empire that rules that world is currently dealing with a population on the brink of revolt. The two of you will join that world and try to complete the game. Of course, you'll both participate in the game as different game characters. The game is currently set for a few hours and will record your play data from here with my hair as the antenna.
It sounds fun. Let's play!
Alright. Something about this doesn't feel right. Asano is up to something. It's no coincidence that one of my former employees is involved. After all, he headed up development of the dual disk and the dual computer. SIC, that has to stand for something. But what? Wasn't that other guy's name? ... Year 336 of the Sig-Ar-Varthus Empire. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher this just like I did last time, guys. After 300 years of ruling the Randova continent, the Sig-Ar-Varthus Empire is faced with a crisis. Since the 12th Emperor Hashin ascended to the throne, corruption and brutality have spread through the empire. The people feel suppressed, but their complaints have fallen on deaf ears. Hashin and a select group of his underlings have been living in the lap of luxury. Their lavish lifestyle, supported by heavy taxation, has pushed most of the populace to the brink. People on the fringes of the empire have responded with rebellion and revolt. And at the capital city of Sig-Ar-Varthus, trouble. My middle name is Trouble. Kingdom's simulator overload, safety lock engaged, beginning transition to mode 2. Transition to mode 2 complete. Kingdom simulator lock-in mode activated. What the? Yag! Yag! I gotta work on that, guys. I gotta work on my yag! You know, I really gotta get the feeling in there, get the motivation going. Ba. Kaiba. Wrong. Kaiba. Kaiba, what the fuck is wrong with you? Look at me, for God's sakes! Like that. Oh, my head. Alright, I totally forget the voices I did for these guys, so we're just gonna go with it, to be honest with you. It's just gonna be all over the map. Yeah, let's go with that. What's wrong? You just collapsed all of a sudden. Where am I?
Where are your manners, Kaiba? You stand before the Emperor. This is the capital city of Sig-Ar-Varthus, and we are in the Imperial Palace. We were in the middle of a meeting with His Highness before you passed out. Don't you remember?
No, I don't. I don't remember a fucking thing. I was in a lab of science, and now all of a sudden I'm talking to you two fucks. Pull yourself together, man. I expect more from the head of my Imperial Guard and my best warrior. Let's go over the plan again for Kaiba's sake. Listen well, if you know what's good for you. We've gotten reports of a fairly large revolt taking place on the Miaran Den plains in the north. There are several marshals assisting the resistance army there. We must capture them. None of my other generals seem up to the task, so Kaiba, I want you to hunt them down. Take the Imperial Guard. Strike fear of the Empire into these insolents. Well, got anything to say, boy?
I believe Lord Kaiba is still not quite himself. Perhaps he is suffering fatigue from his strenuous activities.
What activities were those, I wonder? Marthas, I think you know a little too much about what I do in my spare time there, but I really think he's been watching me a little too closely.
Your Highness, Lord Kaiba's present condition makes me a little anxious about leaving this entirely in his hands. With your permission, I would like to accompany him and offer my support.
I understand. Permission granted. I trust you do not have a problem with this, Kaiba? Sure. You're right. Kaiba is acting strangely. Don't let me down, Marthas.
Yes, sir.
Seto!
Mokuba, you're here too?
Yeah, it looks like I'm a member of the Imperial Guard and I report directly to you. This place is unbelievable. For a virtual reality program, it sure is realistic.
It's a bit too realistic. I don't get the feeling that we're in control of the game at all. I think it's safe to say that we've been trapped in this world. That was probably the plan all along. Just wait until I get my hands on that wretch Asano.
While you were at your meeting, I did some research. In this world, dual monster duelists are called marshals.
Hashin said that word in my meeting with him.
Marshals are like generals and are the central player of each battle in this world. Marshals have a special power over monsters, so instead of soldiers, they command teams of monsters. Since each monster can do the damage of many human soldiers, the fate of the battle is decided by the marshals. Marshals are also extremely rare. We're the only two in the Imperial Guard. Each marshal can control a team with up to 3 monsters. Each team has one monster leader, and the speed of the team is determined by that of the leader.
I see. I guess we'll figure out the rest as we fight.
How did this happen to us?
I don't know, but it looks like we've been stuck playing the roles we've been assigned. Asano did say it was a game, so maybe if we play the game all the way to the end, we'll find a way to get out.
That's right. Every game has got to have an ending.
I'm not entirely sure, but playing this game out seems to be our only option right now.
Yeah, every game has an ending. Have you ever played World of Warcraft? Star Wars Old Republic? EverQuest? RuneScape? I mean, Habbo Hotel, for God's sake. Mokuba, you clearly have not been playing computer games very much. I mean, you buy a console game, maybe, but you go on a computer, you're kind of fucked, dude. And I know there's a lot of dialogue at the beginning. We could honestly be skipping most of this right now because we just did the Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's Play of the Yu-Gi campaign, and it wouldn't affect us too much here. But I don't want to just have this one episode where it's kind of like skipped or sped up or cut off, you know. I didn't want to do that, so I apologize for the long dialogue here, guys. Probably sick of listening to me already, but hopefully we'll get to the mission soon enough here.
Since you're not quite well yet, allow me to explain our strategy. This is a map of the Empire on the Rundevil continent. And here are the Maradan planets. This is where they are revolting.
Right there, where it's glowing green. I got it. Not that this map actually means a goddamn thing to the game. Like, showing all the places. I mean, it's detail, and I'm glad they put it in there so we actually see it. But it's not like, like it's a Risk or an RTS type of game where you actually have to strategically, have the overworld and you control where you go and stuff. It doesn't work that way, so it's kind of redundant.
The Mariadan revolt is quite large, but our Imperial Guard should be able to quell it easily. The Emperor's orders are to wipe out the resistance forces completely so that they never think of revolting again. This is your chance to prove yourself in something other than drills, Kaiba.
Okay, how am I the best man and the best general and all that shit if I literally have never actually fought in a war yet? Like, they said that there's been revolt and stuff and shit's been going down for a while now. You're telling me that I'm the best general in this army and I lead the Imperial Guard, but I've never actually fought. I've only actually ever just stood there, 10 hut, forward, march. Alright, that was a good exercise, boys. Alright. Like, literally, that's all I've done. What the hell?
Keep your opinions to yourself. Now continue. Since you're not feeling 100% right now, remember to be careful when assembling your teams. We can have up to 3 teams since you, Mokuba, and I are all marshals. The enemy is supposed to have several marshals as well.
Several? Really? You got like 2 starting, maybe 3. Oh yeah, Fizdis, but who really counts Fizdis?
But they'll be no match for us.
As long as you don't drop the ball.
Go ahead and assemble your teams. A man as skilled as yourself will create some exceptional teams, I'm sure.
Alright. So, yeah, Marthas is going to eventually betray us. We don't want that. Oh, spoiler alert, Marthas betrayed us, go figure. Working for Hashin and all that shit. So, I don't think we'll really be using him very much. Crawling Dragon, Sagi the Dark Clown, and as you can see, they're all level 31. They all started 31 here. I don't really feel like using any of these guys, though. So let's pick a team for Kaiba here. I think I'm gonna make him Blackluster Soldier. Alright, Blackluster Soldier. I forget how to do these controls now. Let's go Summon Skull. And who else could we use? Just building a team of badasses. Summon Skull and... Do I want to actually raise anybody up? Let's go with Panther Warrior. There we go. And you're not going to need that polymerization anymore. But we do want Soul of Obelisk. So we're going to want him to be able to use the Soul of Obelisk, the Tormentor. And we... You know what? I hate Mokuba. I really do. I can't stand Mokuba. I'm not going to be using Mokuba. Marthas can keep his team too, because I'm not actually going to use anybody but Kaiba in the first bout here. So, yeah, that's all fine and good. So, I think we're all good. Hand of Fire. Alright, so let's get underway here, guys, with Hand of Fire of the Kaiba campaign. Time roulette.
We've arrived at the Maraya Den Plains. The enemy is hiding in the town of Rizpoan. They will not come out to meet us. Why don't we give them a little demonstration by attacking the nearest village? We can take gold and supplies from towns and cities that aid the resistance and defy the Emperor. What better way to stuff the Imperial purse than by taking down a rebel town, eh?
Eh? What, is he Canadian? Have I been going about Marthas all wrong? I mean, if he's a fellow Canadian, then I feel like a total dick right now, you know? Because, you know, like, no. That's not cool. That's not cool. I should try to be less mean to him. I really should. Yeah, I should.
Currently, all of our teams are holding position in Maraya Den. Let's select a team to send out to one of the nearby villages. To send a team into battle position, the cursor over the town, and the team is in, and press the A button. Then select a command to have the team carry it out. Finally, move the cursor to the location you want the team to go, and press the A button. This dispatches the team. Shall we get started? Alright. So, we're just gonna go right over here. And Martha's is just gonna stay the hell home. Because, well, honestly, because we don't really like him. He's a bit of a wad. No, really, he's like he's actually just literally annoying. Like, I don't like him one bit as a character or anything. I know he's not actually in the show or the manga. He's just he's a made character for the games. But Jesus Christ, I really can't stand him. We have control of one village and are hunting for any traitors that might have gotten away. Once this news reaches the resistance army, they'll have no choice but to come out and face us. When they do, you can either fortify your defenses or take the opportunity to crush another village. What are your orders? Facing the enemy in a castle or town will give us the upper hand. I'm just gonna let this guy come at me. Now, where's Ryu Poon? Because I know for a fact, yeah, it's right here. Here's Burformat. Or Burfolmat. I'm not good at pronouncing that guy's name. But we can make Chimera King of Mythical, Chimerica the Mythical Beast. The Flying Mythical Beast, or whatever he's called. Because we already have Gazelle, and I'd like to get him. Because then we'd have another fusion bitch. Now, they are all level 31, but as stated, all our starting monsters were also 31 to make it fair. Though the Kaiba campaign is supposed to be harder. So, it's the harder of the two. We should have encountered the enemy marshals. It should be an easy win. When two or more marshals meet in battle, each commands his monsters to attack the enemy. If you defeat all the enemy monsters, you win. If you are both unable to completely defeat the other monsters, both teams have no action points left. The team with the advantage wins. When a marshal's monsters are defeated, he must return to his main base. The marshal cannot return to the battlefield until his monsters recover. If the Kaiba team is defeated, the entire team is defeated. Since you don't seem to be your old self just yet, try not to take on more than you can handle.
Curse you, you Imperial curse! You will not break the will of the people! Actually, I'm gonna kick your ass, Giselle. Alright, now, they probably won't, it's not like it goes on hard mode or anything, so they probably won't actually have any, like, super beefed up, and we didn't I thought we nearly one-shotted that crab, the king crab over there, but no such luck. But yeah, it's not like the game actually gets put on hard mode necessarily, it's just that the levels have been stacked, so things will be a little more difficult in one sense just because of the fact that the levels are much higher now. Now we have Summon Skull. With the Dark Lightning, we are going to completely eradicate this game. I have full confidence in that because when we first started we had a few problems. I mean, it was the beginning of the game and stuff, but now we have fully established teams here, and I just threw some Skull on there for fun, but he'll probably end up changing out eventually. But Blackluster Soldier and Panther Warrior, once you level them up, you get a couple legendary swords on them, they're just unstoppable. Dark Lightning attack, which is still just like 379 with nothing actually on. It's just nothing under his equip list. It's just phenomenal. And that ant is determined to hit something. Just determined to make my day.
Paralyzed. Sight. Paralysis. Sight. Paralysis. Yeah. Counterattack. And counterattack this. Dark lightning. Oh, he's gonna get one more in before he dies. I feel bad for him, I really do. And then we get a Swift Panther Slash. And that's the end of him. So we totally wiped out a Marshal now. This is, as I said, this is going to be a little faster paced than when we first played the game. And we had all even level monsters because now we got loaded full of action points. We got tons of items. We're pretty set here. So we're just going to go up to this village here. Taking our sweet time. There should only be one more guy here, yeah. These are the two that join in the Joey campaign. Spoiler alert, there's a Joey campaign. Once you beat the other two, to get the Eye of Ra. It's a shorter campaign. It's only like 9 or 10 missions, but it actually can be a little difficult. And yeah, so these two are marshals on their team, and this is kind of the end part of that. It does work in a timeline type of frame, sort of. Like this is one of the last battles, I think, of the Joey campaign or something. I can't remember. He's almost there. And then I'm gonna actually have to go directly south because he's actually completely south, and I came up on an angle, so I didn't run into him, and my circle is not that big and stuff around Blackluster Soldier. So okay, now let's go directly south. And I should run into Baphomet in the forest here pretty shortly. Actually, I don't even know if there is a speed up function for the Dolphin Simulator. I never found one, at least not on this game. I think I found one on another game. I think it was Animal Crossing when I was doing that. But yeah, so. Should have ran into him by now. I know he's down here somewhere. What am I thinking of? I think of the Yugi campaign or something. I'm like, what the hell? That's the right one, isn't it? I swear he's supposed to be down here. I mean, that's kind of angled, but I mean, that was pretty freaking south, I believe. I thought he was in the forest, but maybe he's actually way below. Maybe he's actually really far below. Let's get out of this mode. There we go. And let's get you to move over here slightly. There you go. Now you're directly south. Let's go all the way down here. Come on. Like that's, I mean, you guys tell me. I don't know. I mean, it's a little to the left there, but that's pretty freaking south. That's pretty direct south. Maybe I should have checked my videos, because before I started this video I said, oh shit, I better check for any cool monsters. I'm like, oh, Baphomet. I'm like, I want him. So I just looked it up really quick in a guide, and it told me south of Rumapan. And so there's Rumapan. And maybe I should have checked my video guide on it. Rumapan, yeah. I thought it was in the forest, but I must be thinking of Silverfang or something like that from the Yugi campaign. It must be even further south, like down where Blackluster Soldier's headed. Yeah, this is weird. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we're not allowed to go there. I guess we're not allowed to have Baphomet. This makes no sense to me. Yeah, this makes no damn sense. I really don't get it. Maybe that one's mistaken. Yeah, the one, like the one I have. Oh, of course. That guy woke up. Let's just send... Maybe it's one of those straight across deals again. Really? South of Rumampan? So that guy sucks. Well, I guess I'll use Marthas to win this one. I hope I can, actually, because I didn't even think of that. Because I didn't give him items or anybody good or nothing. So let's just hope that these guys can do enough damage to win it. It's only one monster against 3. The action points aren't terrible. He's also poisoned, so... Yeah, of course, I was actually going to try that in the end. I was going to say, like, I was like, alright, maybe it's one of those, like, if you go directly across from here with the Zedmon, you know, it will, you'll find him, but... Yeah, I don't, that's weird. Why would a guide say that? It must just be a bad mistake on the guide maker's thing? I don't know. Same site, just had a different section of the... under the cheat tab on GameFAQs that had the right answer. So that's, I mean, it technically is south of Rumampan, but usually when in Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom, when you do this type of thing and you tell people where to find the monsters, you use that as a 4-directional location point. You don't do it any other way. You don't say, okay, it's everywhere below here is a possibility, you know. So, it's technically not wrong, but it's pretty wrong. So, alright, well, we got Baphomet. That's all I care. Baphomet. Yeah, Baphomet. Alright. So this guy's gonna go attack again. Ah, screw him. Let him take it. I really don't care. Just because I wasted my time. We already defeated him once. And we got Baphomet. So we're just going to destroy the enemy general and be done with it. Because Blackluster Soldier's a pimp. He's a tank.
It's time to attack the enemy's main base. This cannot defeat an enemy in its main base town of Casa simply by fighting better. You must force the enemy to flee in order to defeat all the enemy monsters in order to win. It is difficult to defeat an enemy in their stronghold unless you surround them and attack in waves. Be careful not to chase your enemy too far. They might be leading you into a trap. Now, to the enemy.
I don't know.
I fight for people. I win.
Ryuka. Okay, so this is where you get Ryukish empowered, I recall, if I recall correctly. Overall, it's an okay team. I hate that human cannon thing. What's that thing called again? Dharma cannon. Harama Cannon, or do you pronounce the D? I forget. So we're just going to totally kick everything's ass. Except when we do things like that in this. But I got a bit of an idea here. I got an idea. Now, call me crazy, guys. Call me crazy. But we are on our second run of a campaign in Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom. And if I recall correctly, usually that means a certain character gets a god monster. An Egyptian god can be called for. And it just so happens that right now Summon Skull is holding on to the soul of Obelisk. And I mean, it would be prudent to just make sure, I mean, you know, check it out and see how it works and stuff, because, you know, you never know, you know, what could happen. So, and everyone's having a little bit of fun getting banged around a little bit there. I mean, it does seem like a waste to call him at this point, because we're gonna really win. Yeah, you know what? We're actually gonna save that, because there's no point in calling a god monster to do one attack and kill everything. So we're not gonna go through that. I had planned to. I really had. I had planned to go through and powered beam from Ryukushin powered there. Yeah, I really did. I had planned to go through and then, you know, fight the boss with the Egyptian god and be like, yeah, we're awesome, but just didn't happen that way. So Blackluster Soldier's really taking the brunt of this abuse. But it's not a huge deal. Because there's only October Sir left. Who's probably gonna die right here. Yep. And so we wiped out the boss marshal with very little problem. Always remember that even if we, like, struggle a little bit, remember that we didn't call an Egyptian god when we can. Even if you defeat me, there are others that will avenge me. Yeah.
You did it. Well fought, sir, even if you're not feeling quite right. Those rebels now know what a foolish gesture this revolt was. Preparations for the public executions are well underway. What a sight it will be to rebel fools.
Be quiet, or I'll rip that tongue of yours out and feed it to the dogs.
Yikes.
Really? Yikes. That's what you said to that? And we got Ryukushin powered added to our team. A monster born, a little bit of blue medicine, and some gold. That's pretty sweet. So, anyways, guys, that was. I guess we're not gonna really do this as part 1 again, but you know, it is the next section, and I'll have the obelisk thumbnail up, so it'll be easily identifiable on where I started the Kaiba campaign with Hand of Fire. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it's a little haphazard right now. I'm under the weather and all that stuff, but I hope that I'm feeling better soon, and my throat isn't so raspy and stuff, and I can do a few more of these. I just want to try and get a few out, and that way, you know, alongside the Behind the Bar reviews, which is coming out, the next one's coming out in probably a couple days now. It'll be Monday, so look forward to that. And this has been Griever with Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's Play Falsebound Kingdom Kaiba campaign, and we'll see you back here next time for the second level of the Kaiba campaign. So till then, guys, keep watching. I appreciate the views, and we'll see you later.